wolf stalks through forest undergrowth, low to the ground and on high alert. At a passive glance, it appears to be stalking prey, but its eyes are full of fear, and it's favoring its left hind leg. There's a fresh gash along it, but it isn't bleeding, almost as if the wound has been cauterized. Suddenly, it snaps a look to its right, as light begins to spill forth from the trees. It runs, as fast as it can, but to no avail. Its wounded leg eventually gives out, and as it does, 3 vicious flaming hounds, skin black as tar, set upon it, devouring it as their flaming jaws sear the wolf's flesh. Back at the vineyard, the party has reunited with Vasco, a steel burn they did work for back in Koi. He's hunting down a barghast, fiendish beings known to devour mortals before returning to hell. They have agreed to help him on this endeavor, assuming the barghast's attempted return home is also what is blocking their tablet from working. We cut to the mess hall, where Diego has just skewered an invisible creature, its corpse shimmering into existence. A 2.5 foot tall creature with the bottom half of a fly, 3 pairs of razor sharp mandibles on its torso, and the top half a fat human man. A pair of fetid insect wings on its back, slimy black moppy hair on its head, 2 compound insectoid eyes, 4 additional mandibles stretch out of its mouth as it's like in this death, contorted in this death look as it died, and a pencil-thin foot-long tongue drooping out of its mouth with this horrible smelling saliva.
That was so many things.
Yeah, and that's what appears in front of you, stabbing in the door. Renastiere rounds the corner. Phosphorus, you're there.
Ew.
You went to check on Marcy. Vasco comes
I would just
running
stand in
too.
front of whatever door she and the other people were behind.
She throws it open as she heard something, and she looks to you. She's like, you...
Stay here.
Okay.
I'll tell you everything. I'll be back.
Okay.
Close the door.
Sweet. You all gather?
Does anybody have a tea towel here? This is very gross.
I'm going to toss my napkin from like a table.
Word.
I'm going to go to the front door, and I'm going to line the entrance with glittering snares.
Okay.
If somebody invisible comes through, it pops.
Perfect. Vasco also comes out from some room back there.
Do you guys usually get pests out here?
I'm going to just take a quick look around as I guess I would get there a couple seconds later, but just look around the room, see if I notice anything else.
Yeah, for sure. What does the rest of you do?
Just want to say, where did that thing come from?
I'm
what
going
is
to
that?
go around and start laying traps at the entryways.
I believe it was trying to leave. I think it was here the whole time.
Vasco walks up and inspects the body. Yeah, I get if you're leaving traps at the entryways, give you a rough layout of the place. There's this big dining hall, right? Then to the left. Well, okay. Well, you guys enter. Again, we'll just orient everything north, south, east, west, even if it's not right on the general scale for this building. The entry hall to the dining hall is on its southern wall. To the west of this dining hall area is a kind of open kitchen area. It's not closed off, but it's where food and tea has been prepared. To the south wall is just basically just a wall, nothing, couple windows probably. To the east, it goes into a long hallway that the south side has many doors that lead into a barrack-style sleeping area where all the workers stay. The north side has many doors that lead into private quarters where each of you will have a place to stay. And at the end of that hallway, there is it leads into a big storage area that has an entrance from the north directly into the fields. It's where all of the grapes are stored. There aren't any in there now. It's not harvest season. There's just a bunch of empty wooden barrels and such for storage and such. But so the actual entrances to the building
Are north and south.
are the north side of the storage shed. That's all the way the east part of the building, and the south side of the dining hall, which is all the way the west side of the building.
I'm going to plant
If we're setting-
two traps to the south and 2 at the north. These aren't like explosive or damaging traps. These actually trigger when something invisible crosses.
Just something invisible? Okay. I was going to say, because we're also trying to evacuate people in the morning.
Nope, these do not
through
harm
the
people.
entrances. Okay, cool.
Finally,
Just
safety.
so Marcy and like the workers we're trying to save don't just get like
So,
blown
yeah.
up.
There was a tragedy.
While you do that, Vasco, if no one has any issues, will drag the dead thing to the out of the doorway from where you're working.
Did
Peter?
you roll
Yeah.
for me for perception?
No, I did not.
Okay.
You can roll perception. Sorry, I guess I always do specify. I did not specify. Yeah, I mean, he would look to you guys. Anyone know what this is?
Can I inspect if it's
It would be
anything
a
on
religion check or
Recall knowledge?
Yes.
religion of anime?
Yeah, 18.
yeah. I mean, you do a once. You look out all the windows, other than the remnants that you can just roughly make out of your battle with those wolves out there earlier. You don't see anything. Nothing triggers any alarm bells.
27 for recall knowledge.
I was going to ask if Vasco had seen these because he's dealt with hell creatures before, correct?
Yeah,
If this is another one.
Yeah, he said once 15 years ago, but yes.
16.
He's done a lot of
the-
research on bar guests.
Well, as far as the big bad
Yeah.
one goes.
Yeah, you got a 27.
Yes.
Did you roll religion?
Yeah, it's 16.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, both of you quickly identified that this is a fiend of some kind. They are zibubs, which are creatures of hell that excel at gathering information. Many prominent fiends, or really anybody that can summon these things. They're not super strong, as you guys might have found out. Employ them as such, as information gatherers. They can turn invisible at will, and they can teleport very long distances. Wow, I can remember. Diego, you also have heard tell of them being able to share what they have seen, like a memory to to anyone they choose. If they touch them, they can transfer. You're not sure on the exact amount of information, but like essentially in a second, they can just give what they have seen to someone else. You do know they have to touch them, though, so that none of the information this thing has gathered, you don't know how long it's been here, so it could have returned, because you know it can teleport decently long distances. Although you would probably guesstimate it probably can't teleport as far away as that bar guest was, or at least was heading. So you're pretty confident that if this was the only one and you killed it, any information it could have transferred, it has not.
But there could be more. Can I look and see just from where it was and like the direction I knew it was walking? Can I kind of look and see if there's any kind of disturbance in the floor?
What was flying with its little fly wings?
It's leg flaps, you might say.
I start flapping around the room.
It actually has fly wings.
Okay.
So this can share memories.
How
but
big
only
is
by
it again?
touch.
Like 2.5
It's like
feet
2.5
tall.
feet tall. It's not very big.
I mean, it's still sizable.
Yeah, I mean, it's not tiny.
Does
but it
Diego
is not
look like
a
he
full
knows
size.
what this thing is? Because he hasn't said anything.
Diego always looks like he knows what this
Okay.
is.
Yeah.
I met you
Of course,
yesterday, so I
knew
trust
this.
you.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to relay
Diego,
in
do you know what
parlance
this thing?
what it is.
Have you seen it before?
I've never seen it before, but I have heard of it.
It's a bebop? What was it? Bezub?
Zibub.
Zibub.
Oh, yeah, it's a Z-bub. You said I knew that too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You know everything except that last part, the transference of basically seeing
Can transfer
stuff.
memories
Ah.
by touch.
It also has telepathy.
Yeah.
So it was most likely just trying to gather information. I guess I would look to Vasco and be like, perhaps it could be specifically after you if this thing
It could be in
kind of
line
has
with
it
the
out for you.
Bargast.
Who was in this house at the time? He was here.
No one left the house, I don't think.
Yeah,
They all just went to
everybody,
separate
all of
rooms.
you, Vasco, Marcy, all the workers, all the guards. If you don't remember, there's about 10 workers outside of the 3 that were taken. And then there was 3 guards. Marcy, that's 14. Vasco, that's 15. Then you 4.
How long have you been here again, Vasco?
Since last night.
Last night. It's quite the expensive time that it could have appeared at any point. Could have been following him this whole time.
Yeah.
Well, should the plan still be to just maybe have some watches for the night and try to get after
You see, yeah, you, as
resume
you
the plan in the morning?
start to say that, you see this body start to almost burn up into ash and start to basically just fade away. You, both of you, Renastiere and Diego, are aware that most things that are not native to this plane, when they die here, they just go back to their native plane. That is probably what's happening. There's not much you can do about it.
Would they then be alive in the next
Yep.
plane? Okay,
Yeah.
So
It
it's like a
normally,
familiar.
depending on how capable it is. I mean, it's not a familiar. That's just a function of things that
yeah.
are not
Yeah, I
native
know.
to the plane. An angel or a devil, whatever. If it dies here, normally they are just like, after some time, depending on how powerful they are, they reappear as they were in their native plane. Doesn't mean it's easy for them to get back, but
Back
yeah.
in his mom's basement. and all.
Yeah. But yeah, that, and eventually the not every trace of it, but the body kind of just fades away. There's still a bit of the blood at the door that, well, Foster's probably at least cleared it so to put his traps there. But yeah, that happens.
So Vasco, should we still go forward with our plan for the morning, or does this change anything as far as going after the
I'm
Barghast?
a little concerned. If in some way they were able to communicate the information, they could stop these people fleeing while we're off hunting the Barghast.
I thought you
Don't
did
they
you
only
say,
attack at night?
and did you say
is
that
true.
it couldn't have
Yeah.
gotten much information since we killed it, or since you killed it? I guess
Yeah,
it couldn't have.
I think
transferred
what
much of it
Diego
knew.
is saying is that you don't know when the last time it was here and was back.
Yeah, but it just we killed it mere minutes after we discussed our plan, so it's not like anything could really know our plan.
Yeah, that would be
That's
pretty
what I'm
tough
saying, is
if
like-
it was the only one. They
Yeah.
are invisible creatures.
This could work in our favor, though, because if there were some prior to us arriving, they may just believe that there's only Vasco here.
Vasco says, the only thing I'm worried about is the 14 people who aren't as capable as us. If there are creatures like this around, we can handle it pretty handily. I am not as confident about them handling it.
That is why they should get to the city as soon as day breaks.
Should the guards accompany them? The guards aren't totally incapable.
Yeah, the guards are going to.
That's what I figured. But do you
Yeah.
think that would be enough, or no, for something like this?
I mean, I don't think they will be in danger if they travel during the day at all.
Yes, then they should definitely leave by daybreak, get to the city, because
I just more mean tonight. I'm worried about them.
true.
I mean, we weren't going to leave tonight anyway, right?
No.
Yeah, so
So-
let's just stand watch.
So where are all of the workers at? Is there like a spare rooms?
Yeah,
Like
they're
the
in
barrack style.
the all of the south doors on that long hallway that is east of the dining hall. That it just leads into one big barrack style living, like double beds. All of
Okay.
them stay in there.
So pretty much everyone is in that room.
Yes,
Okay.
it could hold all of them too if you wanted all of them to be in there. Vasco does not vouch for the guards in any way. He puts them on the same level of competence, a little bit above the workers. He does not think they should be involved.
We could have somebody stationed in
Right when I get rid of my alarm spell, you bastard. I'm just kidding.
I'm just kidding. Tell you to do that.
I'm just kidding. I know.
We could have
I know.
somebody stationed in the barracks if there is anything in there. Prevent anything slipping in.
Well, the 2 entrances out of here are now trapped. So if anything invisible goes to those doors, we'll be able to see it.
I'm more so worried that I don't know this place. If there's some way for it to slip in that we are unaware of.
We can ask Marcy or Kea.
I mean, the thing was using the door. That's kind
That
of
is
how I
true.
saw
If it didn't have a way to escape, it probably didn't have a way to enter that wasn't the front door.
That's a good point.
We can just have one of us stay in the barracks room with people.
Yeah, that's
Maybe-
what I was thinking.
Well, yeah. Someone's going to stay up all night or just sleep in there with them?
Well, same with the shifts, I guess. I don't know if the math
The
equals
goal
out.
of this thing isn't to kill people, it's to steal people. So even I think if one of us was sleeping, we wouldn't totally miss someone being stolen in the night.
I don't
mean,
know
I
that
don't
we can
know.
bank on that too hard, though.
I think
I
at
mean,
the
he
very
used
least,
giant wolves and
yeah, I think we
hasn't been sneaky about it.
someone at each main entrance.
True.
Well, gents, just tell me where to go.
One of the entrances work.
Yes, but which one?
I mean,
Yeah, well, what do you-
have a
how do you guys
preference, more
wanna-
of a north or south
Because like
guy?
I said,
Right.
unless you guys want to stay up all night, there's probably going to be places that aren't going to have like eyes on them the whole time, so to speak.
We're just worried about the people and they all stay in one room.
Yeah,
That seems
one
like
of
the only
you
concern.
could like stay in the room probably. Obviously, you wouldn't be on guard the whole time, but you would at least be sleeping in there. You could also, if you guys wanted, ask them to also just take watches in their own room. The guards in there at least would be probably okay with that. There's 3 guards in there that would cover the whole night. Otherwise, then each of you is probably, unless you want to do other things, or unless you want at some point there not to be active eyes on one of the main entrances, 2 people at each door, and you just...
I can go stay.
I mean, when my traps activate, there will be an audible noise.
Does it? But he said it only works on things that are
No,
invisible.
sorry. the whole point of the trap is to find invisible things. Normal people can trigger it. They'll just have random stuff on them.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, we're gluing the door shut.
Get the Gorilla Glue.
Well,
Oh no.
I can actually completely glue the door shut. The problem then
What if that's our first sponsor, Gorilla Glue?
is opening the door.
Yeah.
I have very strong glue.
Okay. Well, let's not do that.
We're staying here. They can
I'll-
never get us.
I'll go.
I mean, there's windows. We
I
just
Glue
break
in
a
those
window.
too.
I mean, we just break a window.
They'll find us
Since-
all emaciated and dead.
Since a lot of people here don't think I'm super capable as it is, I'll just go stay in the barracks with them. I'll sleep. I'll keep the guards up in a rotation, tell them
Yeah,
to
I'm
wake
sure
me
that's
just in
the reason.
case.
I also think that makes the most sense.
So one person staying there. Everyone else, we kind of just split and stay in a room with a door. That way we're the first people that get saved if something happens.
Yeah, I'm saying which two of us are taking the dining room entrance, which one of us are taking the storage room entrance.
I will take the dining room.
I can take the storage room.
I was already here. I guess I'll stick with the dining room.
Okay.
I'll just sleep in front of the door.
Just be careful of the trap.
Well, he says we'll take shifts, but yes.
Yes.
Okay. You want to, he looks to you, Eamon, let them know.
Yeah, I'll let them know and
I'll leave it up
try to get some sleep.
to your discretion on how much you tell them about. He points to where the Zebub was.
They might as well know.
Zebub.
So I guess I would go just knock on the door.
Yeah.
And see if Marcy.
You hear
or
Marcy
whoever's
say,
there.
"Who is it?"
"It's me."
Okay. She opens the door.
It's me.
She says, "Is everything okay?"
Yes. My friends found something in the house that was trying to sort of watch and kind of spy on, we're guessing, Vasco.
Hmm.
They took care of it, but they're just kind of a little concerned about there maybe being more throughout the night. So they're just going to be stationed at the doors just to make sure nothing comes in the entrances during the night before we can get all of you safe in the morning. But I was just going to see if I could stay here with you tonight.
Yeah.
Cool.
That should be fine. She gives you a look of like, not like that, right?
Oh, like that.
I don't want to be alone tonight.
This is just where like the screen cuts to something different, and we leave it up for imagination.
Do you talk to the three guards about keeping watch in there?
Yeah, I would
with
just
you?
sort of gather them up and say, "Hey, I'm going to try to get some rest for the night. But if you guys could just watch the doors, wake me up if anything strange happens of any kind, even if it's not something very obvious or something very overt. If something feels off at all, just wake me up."
Okay. The one that talks to you is the human one that grabbed Vasco and stuff. Human man, top knot, jet black hair. He nods. He says, "Yeah." He says, "Do you know Vasco?
I've talked to him a couple times. Yeah, I've ran into him in the past.
Be careful.
What
I
do you
don't think he
mean?
puts much stock in the lives of the people around him."
You talking about the whole using you as bait thing?
That, yep.
Is there anything
And just
else?
the way he holds himself.
Yeah, he seems pretty narrowly focused on what he wants.
Also couldn't help but overhear the plan doesn't seem like a man too worried about his own well-being, let alone the others. He shoots the look to Marcy. I just don't, goes without saying. I think you guys, wall of fire, can't do that. You do that?
As he says that, I just
Yeah.
sort of like, if Marcy's anywhere nearby,
She's not really nearby. She's
I would-
checking on everyone else.
I would just kind of look to see where Marcy is. Maybe not make it too obvious.
Yeah, maybe
but
you
just
weren't
kind of-
aware where she was before, but then
but
you
just
become
kind of be like-
immediately aware of where she is. Yeah.
Yes, Wall of Fire is my favorite
Yeah.
tavern song too.
That's a great band.
Yeah. He's like, Are you okay? What is this?
Not everyone here knows what I'm capable of.
My apologies. He gets a little flustered of
No,
I didn't
it's-
realize
it's-
it was an
I-
important thing.
I would have told you if I had had more time.
That's fair. Well, yeah.
It's okay.
Anyways, be careful. We'll be on watch. My apologies.
Absolutely.
And he walks back to the other
No
first.
worries
Pray
at all.
I don't use that Wall of Fire on you.
Honestly, that
my
was
favorite sex position.
a
the wall
straight
of
up
fire.
slip up on my part. I completely forgot that was a thing. Like the
Well,
guard
it
wouldn't
worked.
know.
I
would
literally
know.
was thinking throughout, in between last session and this one, I was like, I didn't tell anyone else who saw that happen
Yeah.
that's a thing.
He didn't even say as he goes back, don't worry, secret's safe with us, as he points to the other guards too.
it's
Because
fine.
they would be, them and Vasco outside the party are the only people that really saw what happened.
Yeah.
Just blame my bombs.
Yeah. Who
It was the rat.
is watching first at their door and who is watching second? Vasco does not care unless you
Oh,
don't have
be
an opinion,
first.
then he'll pick. Okay.
I'll go first.
All right.
No, I'll go first.
I will. When I go to sleep, I make sure I'm clutching I also take my coin purse out and stick it in my mouth.
Okay. For sure.
Anything valuable that I own, I'm just going to keep in my cheek pouches.
Word.
Diego, take
before-
note of that.
Before we get to rolling,
No.
you and Vasco Renastiere are in the storage area. The entrance to the storage area is more barn-like than the other one. It's a big double swinging door. It's a lot wider. Still could have gotten 2 traps in front of it. I assume you point them out and tell them what do they do, so I know like mechanically what they look like.
I'm already strung up.
Small
from the
flecks of mica, sand, and ground glass are packed in a spring-loaded canister that can be rigged to a tripwire or a hidden container. The first creature enters the square upon the container must attempt a DC 20 reflex save as the area is showered in bright, glittering dust that sticks to the skin, fur, and clothing.
Okay.
I
Word.
just come back with shards of glass in my face, like,
Yeah.
hey, we need another trap.
You're
But yeah.
glowing.
He kind of sets up his bedroll in there and he sits down with you and he says, "How you been?"
Yeah, been better.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff happened in Koi after you left.
Tends to be like that in the line of work we walk.
So is the path of the wandering warrior.
He reaches into his pocket and just like in his armor, one of the openings, he pulls out a piece of paper. He says, "Steel Brands, we give our last will to all of the members of our company every time we go into battle, so that if one of us survives, we know what to do. I'll write up more. I only have one. Tomorrow morning, I'll give it to the other 3. But just in case." And he hands it to you.
I'll be sure to give it back to you once we succeed.
Don't read it unless I die.
Fair enough.
He would also give all of you more information about the people that went missing, just in case it becomes pertinent at any point. It is 3 people: a goblin woman, beady red eyes, light green skin, named Can, a halfling man with blonde hair and blue eyes. These are just his rough descriptions, named Askavorn Voglash. And I love halfling names in this world. And a human woman. All of them, those 2 before, were younger aged, like young adult aged, in their own race's lifespan. And then a human woman, light brown hair, hazel eyes, little plumper. Her name is Julie Nashk, but most people call her Jazz. She's more close to middle aged. Those are the 3 people that have gone missing. And yeah, we will start with the first watch. So why don't everyone roll perception, including the people who are asleep, with a -4 circumstance penalty? Because, who knows?
Nat 20.
Oh,
What is it? Just perception?
yeah, just perception with a -4 circumstance penalty if you were asleep. So that
12.
would be
+2.
15.
6.
okay. Yeah,
Do the guards roll too? That are on guard.
that's a great point. Yeah, the first half of the night goes by fine. Diego, you wake
Wasted a nat 20.
up. Peter,
God damn it.
Renastiere, you wake up Vasco.
Mhm.
We go to the second watch.
I get up and start counting everything.
Good morning, little rat.
You didn't take
Vasco.
anything, right? Yeah. So, yeah.
Vasco, I
Not that
flew
he
up.
knows.
Huh?
I said, Vasco, I flew up.
Oh God. Yeah.
I'm
Everyone can roll perception again.
I had a nightmare.
13. We're moving up in the world.
13.
I'm as good as you are in my sleep.
Okay.
I'm also
16.
asleep.
I was
Damn
pretty
it.
tired. I rolled a 6.
Or sorry, 17.
You roll 6.
I was pretty tired.
Okay. Wonderful.
He was busy counting his stuff.
Yeah.
Little green visor.
So, Peter, Renastiere, you kind of come to only because it's kind of like a sixth sense of when you sleep in areas where you know you might be in danger. You're aware of when something unnatural just like shifts, whether it be a sound that definitely shouldn't be happening where you are, or a feeling or a smell. You wake up and you just smell something burning. You just smell something burning. Super faint, wood burning.
Is Vasco near me?
Yes, he has nodded off in front of the door.
I just kick his leg.
Okay, you kick it. He stands up immediately.
Something's on fire.
Yeah, he immediately recognizes it. Phosphorus, a similar thing.
Peter.
You zone off. What, Peter? Who's Phosphorus? I don't know. You're going through all your stuff. You're paranoid.
friend.
You check it again and again and again. And eventually, you smell burning. And you're like,
That's not mine.
yeah. For a second, you're like, yeah, exactly. You're
The
like,
poor quality.
you check, firebombs are still there. And why doesn't everyone roll for initiative? At the front door,
We're closed.
we're closed.
Do not come in.
I assume it's shut.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Why would you sleep with it open? A sword, roughly think of the size of a short sword, but it looks like it's made like a long sword. So a couple foot long sword on fire. Just the blade of it shoves through the door, and then it is ripped up. And there's a quick burst of flame as the flame from the fire spreads to the full door, and it just burns up into ash. And you see in front of you, Diego, well, not Diego. Diego is asleep. Phosphorus.
Thought
Peter.
I just woke up.
Oh, yeah. Everybody make a
initiative.
perception check, not initiative. -4, that was asleep.
Okay.
So Diego,
Oh,
and this is to start awake. So Diego and Eamon.
What is it? Perception? You said?
Yes, -4 circumstance.
Nat 20.
You are awake.
14.
You are awake. You're just prone. You're asleep, and you obviously probably don't have anything on you, like in your hands yet. That you.
Just using your
The
top
drum
hat
stuff.
as a pillow.
You see it's a lot smaller than you were expecting. Like the whole door burns away, and there is a 3.5 foot tall humanoid, head of a goat, glowing red eyes, torso, arms, and thighs of what looks like just a muscular man. At the bottom, there is feet, goat's feet, hooves on it are on fire. It leaves little scorch marks from where it walks. There are what look like demonic sigils branded all over its exposed flesh, and it is holding the flaming sword in both of its hands.
Is this place made of wood?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
And it will just stride up to Phosphorus for its final action. And it begins to just start screaming in a language you do not understand. And then it is your turn, Peter.
So is the fire spreading?
You have yet to identify where the real source of the fire is. You just see this thing. It looks like the door that burned up was just like a quick magical burst. It
Got
did
it.
not spread. Its hooves are on fire. It's like scorching the wooden flooring. It's not spreading, but you smell fire in a way that something close, with at least in the vicinity of this building, is definitely on fire.
Okay, I will throw a frost vial at this thing.
Okay.
That is 22.
Yeah, that hits for sure.
Okay. 14 cold damage. He gets a -10 penalty to speed.
Wonderful.
All right, Diego, you're up. And I stride out the door.
Oh. Trap you
I-
could have triggered?
I will. Oh, yeah, it doesn't do anything.
Okay, well, so when he strided in, there's a like
Sparkles.
you know those
Glitter bomb.
yeah, like those things you twist and it shoots out. It just hit it right in its face. The whole right side of its face is just covered in glitter. You stride outside.
Yep.
Okay,
I will stride once to the door.
once to the door.
Yep.
Well, door's not super far away from you.
Oh,
You're probably. I assume you were like at a table that was close to the door. It'd be like 10 feet away,
okay. I will stride
all the way out.
5 feet out the door.
Okay.
And I will-
Immediately out to your left, so to the looking along the east, looking to the east, the south side of the building, you see what looks like dog-like creature with flesh the color of burning pitch, teeth as sharp as knives, and a shroud of fire coating its entire body. As it looks like to have just finished exhaling a bunch of fire onto the building that it has now caught alight. You see that?
How far away from me? Is it?
Not super far, like 30 feet maybe.
That's too close. It looks like the building just caught on fire.
Yes.
Does it look like there's anywhere else, or it's just that area?
Now that you're outside, it looks like there are. You can see there's smoke clouds rising from other parts of the building as well. They look to be the other side.
Well,
Not
but-
close,
Were there any windows in the room I was
that
in?
out,
Yes.
doesn't help.
Yes.
Okay. Fuck. Okay.
So one action left.
No, I'm not gonna throw a frost vial at it
Why not?
because I don't want it coming near me. I'm gonna throw a Tanglefoot bomb at it.
Okay.
You put on a bloodhound
bag.
mask and say, "We're the same."
They're not so different, you and I.
18.
18?
Yes.
That does hit, yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. So for 1 minute, it speed drops by 15.
minute?
For 1 minute, speeds drop by 15.
Okay.
And the escape DC is 19.
Okay.
However, the target can end its effects by escaping or spending a total of 3 interact actions to carefully remove the sticky substances.
Well, yeah, what does that look like again? Just throw a bunch of goop?
Yeah, it feels like a bag of goop or
Yeah.
Play-Doh.
For sure.
I just throw it at him.
Don't ask him how he
Okay.
makes it.
Yeah.
Nope.
I mean, it splatters all over his
family
legs.
secret.
It immediately goes next. It strides twice right up to you and then tries to bite you.
It worked.
Hey, at least I got one hit.
Yeah, it did. It did now have to stride twice instead of once. That is a 28 to hit.
That is a crit.
Yay.
This is why I don't do this shit.
Lonely is the man who cheers alone.
That is 24
Holy shit.
damage. I rolled really good.
Should have chosen the storage room.
Yeah, I'm pretty
You,
sure that
you
doesn't
chose this.
that doesn't bloody you. But yeah,
I
it
chose
runs
You
up.
didn't have to.
It runs up. You guys have this conversation while getting attacked
Yes,
by the
yes.
dog. It runs up and it just chomps at your legs, gets just a bit of a bite out of it. Renastiere, it is your turn.
Okay.
Currently,
so,
you are prone. You see nothing around you. You just smell the burning.
All right. So I grab my shield.
Okay, one action, grab
I'll
shield.
Grab my whip.
Second action, grab whip.
Yes, stand up.
Okay,
I'll
wonderful.
crawl like a creature from the Grudge.
You can crawl.
And I heard the commotion coming from the other room, correct?
I mean, you just know something's up. They're a decent ways away.
Do I hear any sound out the door I'm near?
Hard to tell.
Okay.
It does seem like, well, I'll say this. You definitely smell the fire coming from outside the entrance you're standing in front of, not from back down the hallway or like in the dining room.
Gotcha.
Vasco walks forward. Since he is aware of it, I will say he just carefully steps over the glitter bombs. He pokes his head outside. He looks back into you, and he says, 2 dogs, color like pitch, on fire. And then you see him head out. Yeah. He goes west.
Okay. So he went out the door we were guarding, or he went?
He went out the door you're guarding.
Okay.
And he appeared to see that.
Yeah.
2 dogs.
That's what I figured.
Or like
I didn't know
pitch.
if he was like, "Hey, there's 2 dogs out there. I'm getting the fuck out of here." and
No,
walk
no,
the
no.
other way.
And then Diego, it is your turn.
Well, I stand up.
You do.
I grab my cane.
You do it.
And I look at this goat man angrily.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I don't understand what you're saying, but I'm very cross with you. And yeah, I cyburst.
Okay. What save is that? Reflex?
Reflex save.
Okay. That is a 15.
That is a failure.
Yeah, I think it is. I think you're at 17.
I am at 17. So I've got 3d4 to roll. My goodness. Just as I was getting into my beauty sleep. 6.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you shoot him an angry glance. And like this pool of
I'm quite
energy
miffed.
kind of just smacks him in the chest. And it looks at his chest, and then you confused. Eamon. You're awake. You smell the burning.
Yep.
The guard, the elderly dwarven woman, is up as well. She appears to be up. She has an axe in hand. She looks to you, seeing you're awake.
Is
Still
there
like what to
any glowing coming from the windows from the outside at all?
Very faint, yes.
Okay. Would I
From-
notice them without having to roll?
No, yeah, you can just see that for sure.
Okay. I just go get by the door, and I want to get up, grab my staff. So
Okay.
that'd be 2 actions.
Be 3.
3. Okay.
Get up,
So that's it.
move, grab your staff.
My staff would be right next to me. It wouldn't be like across the room or anything.
Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, stand up, grab staff.
Then I would run to the window.
Okay, yeah, you get to the window.
Do I see anything out the window?
Yeah, it looks like you see a bit of the building about 20 feet down, which is you are looking west, technically, towards the dining room entrance. You don't quite see the dog and Peter, but you do see a bit of the building that appears to be on a fire.
Okay. That's my turn.
It sounds like there is fighting going on outside Renastiere.
Oh.
Assumedly, these dogs are now fighting with Vasco. And then we are back up to the top. Diego, you see this thing look up at you now that you are standing, and it takes its sword in one hand and kind of smacks them together. And then this cloud of smoke, almost as if it's hitting the most competent flint of all time, just emanates from it 20 feet out. And then I need you to make a DC, a fortitude saving throw.
That would be a 19.
Okay. You pass, so nothing happens, but you quickly cover your mouth just in time for none of the smoke to get into your lungs. However, it is concealed to you now that it is in the smoke, and then it will swing its sword at you. Is it 18 to hit?
Hits. It's a crit. You have 8 AC.
He's fighting completely naked.
8
yes.
AC.
Diego sleeps only in the nude.
Mm-hmm.
That is 25 damage. As you just barely get your chest out of the way as it swings across. Peter.
I'm going to take a mistform elixir.
Okay.
So, like, a mist emanates off of me, which makes me concealed.
Okay.
So, every time they attack, it'll be you have to roll 5 to see if you hit.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll stride back inside.
Okay. Oh, back to the thing.
Just back into the
Goat
room.
guy. Okay.
I'm trying
Not
to get away
right by the goat.
Get
thing.
away from the fire dog.
Okay, for sure. Yeah.
There's a flaming dog outside, and then I will turn around and throw a bottle of lightning at it.
The flaming dog?
Yes.
Okay, yes.
There's still the goat man inside.
13.
To hit?
Yes.
No. That does not hit.
Well, it takes 4 lightning damage.
Okay.
You haven't dealt with it yet?
I'm sorry, I just woke up.
I thought you were some amazing man that could do anything.
I can.
The goat's
So
just there,
do
like
it.
looking back and forth.
Yeah. Are they having a
Mom,
marital
Dad, quit
dispute?
fighting.
Or- Yeah. Okay.
He just completely breaks character. He's like,
take a
should I go?
Stride, throw the thing.
I can come
Word.
back.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I got like buildings to burn down. So.
one of the worst voice cracks I've had in a while. Yeah. I mean, it misses, but it gets its feet with the lightning. It will then run in after you.
So, remember, minus 15 to its speed.
Yes.
I moved 25 feet.
Mm-hmm.
How big? How big is this dog?
It is the size of a normal fully grown dog, so
Oh.
medium sized. It's not very big.
Who's significantly less big.
Roughly
It's
the size
bigger
of a wolf.
than me.
Yeah.
Everything is bigger than you.
I like that he's saying that as the dog's getting gradually bigger in the background.
Strides up once. 29 to hit. 19 on die. Yeah.
Yeah, that crits again.
Okay.
Wait, so you did roll the missed one?
Yeah, you have to roll a C.
Oh, I hate you
So
so
that's
much.
the missed one.
That's why I took this thing.
26.
Yeah, that hits, but not a crit.
Okay, well that's good.
Yay!
That's good. That's good.
There we go.
Hell yeah.
Just shaking him.
That is 13 damage, and then it will bite at you again.
All right, roll to see if it hits a 5.
It does not.
Hey!
Got 3 on the die. So it snaps at where it thinks it is. This is like a mist coming off of you.
Yeah.
It gets a little close, and this like cold, watery mist that's emanating off of you, it just like shies away from it a bit. It looks almost scared of it.
Essence
Power of
Rat
science.
by Peter.
Renastiere.
Okay, I'm gonna run out the door.
Okay, as soon as you run out the door, you see Vasco flanked on either side by 2 of these dog-like creatures.
I'll trip the
About-
one. I guess I don't know whichever.
He's
one.
about 15 feet. You can definitely get close enough to trip
Okay.
either one of them.
With a movement.
He's about 15 feet to the... Yeah, with one movement.
Okay,
out
so
the
one
door
movement
into
I'm
the-
out, and then I'm
yeah,
gonna
to
trip.
the
I guess the one
west.
on the right or whatever. It doesn't.
There's
really-
one closer to you, one farther from you.
closer to me.
Okay, word, for sure.
Trip it.
Yes, that is athletics for you.
24.
Yep, that you knock it prone. The chain wraps around. Using the chain, I assume?
Yes.
The chain wraps around its legs, and you yank, and it just falls flat.
Yeah, I guess I said I grabbed the chain, so we won't retroactively do that.
I'll go with you grabbing whatever.
Yeah, no. If I think there was demons,
Yeah, you grab the other
I'd
one.
grab the.
Yeah, for sure.
don't think anyone would make the connection. So
Demons love
yeah.
fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing that as the slashing one.
So not a chain, a normal whip, but it has.
It's just it is made of like the links are all bladed.
Okay, word.
Yeah.
Perfect. So still a chain, but bladed.
Yes.
Well, the end of it, probably not all of it.
It's
but
yes.
you don't want your hands fucked up. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
And
I
then
didn't
last
have
action.
any forethought on this. How far away is the farther one?
Did you want to get right up to the one that you're tripping, or just within range of your?
No, the
10
one I
feet?
didn't trip. How far away is that?
Yeah.
one?
Would you have gotten right up to the one that you tripped?
No. I'd have stayed at a distance.
That one is like 15 feet away because it's that and then Vasco and then that thing. Actually, 20 feet probably.
Okay. I was gonna say because I was.
You're 10 feet from the one you tripped.
So then that's
Vasco's
20
15 feet. That one's 20 feet because
Okay.
they're like in a line away from you, so to speak.
Then
There are
I'll
also,
just-
I'm sorry, there are also two distinct spots. One just past Vasco, another one probably 50 feet down the building that are on fire that is spreading.
Gotcha. Okay, then I'll just whip for damage on the one that is prone.
Okay, for sure.
So, and that takes my attack penalty. Is that right?
Yes,
Since I
so
tripped?
you're at multi-attack penalty 2
Okay.
currently. But it is flat-footed.
Nat 20.
Yeah, that's a crit.
Yay! I like this game now.
We have
So what is that? Do you
audio proof
you
if you're
double the
rolling
dice.
double dice?
If
So-
you roll ones, you can re-roll till you don't get
and
ones.
then I add the guaranteed.
Then
at
you
the
just
end.
add the guaranteed
Okay,
damage,
So
yeah.
that's immediately 21 damage.
21 damage.
21 slashing.
Yeah, I mean, you rip right into the back of it and just yank, and the whole back just flays open, and a bunch of smoke begins to pour out. It is not
He is
dead, but there
smoky.
is a loud whimper and cry that comes out. And then that thing goes, so it will stand up, then it strides to you, and then it
Does Vasco get attack of opportunity?
no, and then it tries to bite you with a 22 to hit.
It hits.
You take 14 damage.
Oh no!
As it just
I
kinda, like-
explode.
Bites into your leg scales and like just chinks off a bit. Vasco then goes. He will move over to the one because you are both flanking it now, so it's flat-footed to both of you.
Shoots his crossbow.
No, he has his falchion drawn. He hits it and misses it.
So it's still alive but shaken.
Oh yeah, it's still alive. He just he just shoves his blade into that area you opened up and then pulls it out, and a bit of almost like molten magma begins to just pour out a bit from it, and it looks like it's barely on its feet. Diego, it's your turn.
So in front of me
Directly in front of you is this small goat, flaming demon thing.
but he's clouded in smoke.
Yeah, there's smoke in a 10-foot area around the both of you.
So I can't see him.
No, he is concealed. So it's the same as like his miss thing. DC 5 flat check to
So I
target
can
him.
see him.
Yes. What?
So I can see
You can
him.
see him. Yes. He is just concealed.
Okay.
So you can't see details. If you have an ability to see him, yes, that counts. You can
Yes.
see him.
Because my esoteric lore thing
Yes.
is I have to see him.
Yes.
Okay, so I pulled out my pocket mirror.
Okay.
Actually, no, first, with my tome out, I will roll to find his weaknesses.
Okay. Yeah. So plus 12.
That is a 20.
It is a 20. What?
2020. 2020.
Okay. A 20.
It's a 20.
You learn its highest weakness if it has any, but nothing else. It does have weakness to cold iron. However, it is not as high as your 6. So you want to just take the 6.
Okay.
It has weakness
And I just
5.
add a 6 to this, right?
Yeah, it has weakness 5 to cold iron, but your what is it called? Personal antithesis is higher than that, so you just want to take that. Hello, GM Jack here with another rules explanation revolving around Diego's abilities. I already gave a brief rundown of exploit vulnerability, but I just wanted to clarify a bit more. So Diego will often have the choice of exploiting an enemy's mortal weakness or a personal antithesis. A mortal weakness is dependent on the creature, so an enemy made of ice might have weakness 10 to fire damage, or like in this case with this demon, a weakness 5 to damage done with cold iron weapons, which would mean 10 or 5 extra damage for Diego in each of those cases. A personal antithesis is some bullshit thing Diego comes up with on the spot that works for any creature, with its damage scaling as he levels. So sometimes, even if the enemy has a weakness, he'll still use a personal antithesis because it's just more damage. That's what we're talking about here. I hope that makes some sort of sense. Anyways, back to the action.
then take out my mirror.
Okay, yeah, for free. You can switch
Yes.
Esoteric for free.
And flank it.
Yes, so summon yourself on the exact opposite side of it.
And then I will attack.
Yeah. Flat check, DC 5 first.
That is a 5, exactly.
Okay, yeah, that passes. And then it is flat-footed as it looks between the two of you. What'd you get?
I'll use a token.
Okay. So roll again. Can't get lower than a 10 on the die.
That was more than a 10. That was a 20.
Unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20.
Yes, that hits. No crit, just hit.
That is max damage. So 24.
Dang, okay. Yeah, why don't you make a reflex saving throw as this boiling hot blood splashes onto you as you stab into it and pull out?
My goodness. Reflex?
Yes.
15.
Dodge that blood.
Okay, you take half, so already have 3 fire damage.
So how does this work with my Miwa,
What do you mean?
my mirror self?
Oh, yeah. So you count as if you were in both places while this is existing. So
Yes.
damage happens no matter what.
Because
if
I still take the damage,
yes,
but I
if
explode.
you so wish, whichever one you wish to actually have attacked, because that would be the one that would be taking this damage. So the one either behind it or the one closer to the door or the one further from the door can explode, and it would deal only 3 slashing damage because it either deals 6 damage or the damage of the attack, whichever is lower, which it only did 3. Normally it'll do your 6. But if you so wish, you can have that explode, yes.
Wait, why would it be only 3?
It deals either 2 plus half your level, which is 6, or the amount of the damage dealt, whichever is lower.
Oh, and so
And it only dealt 3
it
damage
only
to
dealt
you.
3 damage.
So you would only do 3 damage to
Gotcha, but I can just choose that. So like,
Yes,
I
the
don't want to
only-
deal 3 damage.
it. Huh?
I don't want to deal 3 damage if you know what I mean. I
So
didn't
you don't
realize
have
it
to
was
do
just
it at
going
all.
to be 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would not blow up.
Okay.
Is
cool.
what I'm saying.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, most of the time it's going to be the 6. It's going to be the full 6.
Yeah.
Most of the time you won't be taking that minimal damage. But yeah, so now there's 2 of you on either side of him in the smoke. Oh, you're in the smoke. Can I get a fortitude saving throw? I forgot that continues to happen.
Oh, 15.
That is a pass, so nothing happens. No smoke in your lungs yet. And then we go to Eamon.
Just dodged stage 4 lung cancer.
Just breathe deep.
Can you remind me what I would see out this window again?
You see that at least a bit, about 20 feet down to the west, you looking right out this window of the main vineyard building is on fire. That is all you've seen so
Is
far.
this window? I'm guessing it is, but it's an openable window.
Yes.
And how big is it?
What are you trying to do? Just get through it? Or-
Is it big enough for people to climb through?
Yes, you could
And
get through it.
And if so, could more than one or just one? For example, if this whole group of people had to rush out the window because the building was on fire, would it be a very slow process?
I mean, you'd have to go one at a time,
One
but
at a
there are
time.
multiple windows, so everyone could get out probably pretty quickly.
Okay. Since this, you can decide how it goes, I guess. Can I beckon the guard back over? She's not in initiative, so I don't know how that would.
Yeah,
Work,
she would just
but-
act while you act. What would you like her to do?
I would like to cast status on her.
Okay, yeah, for sure.
So I would say,
She'd come right over to you.
stay here. Obviously, I
nods.
hope she's woken up the other guards
Yes,
right now.
yeah, they're all up by now.
Lock the door if it has a lock, I guess.
Yeah,
Guard
they
it.
do.
If anything happens to any of you, I will know, and I will be back as soon as possible. I promise.
All right.
Is Marcy awake? Is anyone else awake in the room? I'm guessing.
Yeah, people are getting up now, yes.
I just want to sort of just look around and just be like, anything happens, stand behind these 3. I'll be back. And before anyone can sort of ask any questions,
Okay, yeah.
I would cast status. So
Yes.
touch her forehead, cast status. I think that's a second.
Yes,
level
second level spell.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then I would hop out the window.
You have to open it first.
I would open the window and hop out. Dive through it. No. Yeah, I would just hop out the window.
Well,
However many
she
actions
will open it
however
for
many
you.
actions that takes.
Yeah,
I don't really care.
It would take. Well, status is 2 actions. Yeah.
Yep.
So you would only have 1 left. She'll
Yeah,
open
okay.
it for you. You can jump out of it
Okay,
for
sounds good.
1 action. Do you want to move towards the fire?
I can't move. That was my 3rd action.
yeah, you would like get out the window and move.
Oh, yeah.
You would still have movement
sure.
left.
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
I thought like getting out was one.
No.
Sure.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm just like, we're really making a lot of progress here on my turn.
Yeah. So do you
I
want to
woke
get
up
right up?
and jumped out a window.
Do you want to get right up to the fire?
I would get within probably like 50 feet of it. I would stand away.
It's only 20 feet away.
Then I would just stand where I am.
Okay, for sure. Yeah, you do that. Next up is the flaming dog that has not moved by Renastiere and Vasco. It runs up to the back of Vasco. One action attempts to trip him. Definitely trips him with a 19 on the die.
That's my thing.
And then attempts to bite him. Definitely misses with a 5 on the die. So Vasco, it grabs his boot and just yanks it out from under him as he falls to the ground and turns to kind of face it. You're all still in a line, but he dodges the bites. Then we go up to the top with this thing that Diego is facing down and has just cut apart. And then he looks to you, Diego, and looks to the immediate area to Peter and the dog that are right by him. And he just pulls a bunch of fire in his hands into a decent-sized sphere and just smacks it on the ground. And I need both of you to make a reflex saving throw.
I would prefer if you didn't do that.
20.
What the fuck was that?
16.
Okay, you both pass. So
I never know with those like mid-teens, like mid to late teen ones.
So you both take 13 fire damage as a fireball goes off and it sets a 20-foot burst of the dining room on fire.
I'll blow up.
Okay. Yes. Which one? You want to be closer to the door?
I want to be closer to the door.
Okay, yes.
So,
and it takes 6 damage
Yeah.
as the...
Yeah, so my one of myselves basically just is a mirror, so it just shatters and glass shoots everywhere.
Yeah, and it hits into this
Hits
thing.
into him.
Peter takes 6
and since
damage.
it's gone, it doesn't take the blood damage because there'd be nothing for it to hit. And then it will whip around and swing at you with its sword.
Swing at Diego.
Diego, yes. Not you. Diego.
I wasn't trying to be a dick.
You.
I was actually asking. I didn't see where you looked. I was like,
to the audience.
Was it Peter?
I appreciate you guys always correcting me when I'd say you and not names.
No, this is
I never-
where we get our audience involved.
Wow. I
So-
really sure hope that like if you guys have a boss fight,
Breaks
don't
the fourth
waste all
wall
my good
at
rolls.
you.
That's a 19. Or sorry, 29.
Oh,
19
Jesus,
on the die.
dude.
Yeah, I know.
That's a huge difference.
Yes, I've been rolling 17s, 18s, and 19s a lot.
I mean, yeah, that's a crit.
Okay. You take 28 damage.
My goodness.
Stained my suit.
Are you bloodied?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So it finally like slashes up, maybe worse than the blood that's from the cut. It cuts your whatever you wear, your cloak. Would you call it?
Wouldn't you like to know?
I know it's. I
More of a
would. I'm the
jacket.
GM. I would like to know. But yeah, and there's a bit of
My
blood starts to
parka.
trickle from your chest. And then it is Peter's turn.
I will drink an elixir.
It is worth noting it looked like both this on fire dog and this vaguely on fire wielding, sword fire wielding goat little demon thing. Yeah, well, that wasn't tangible. Did not take any damage from that fireball.
Truly shocking.
Yes.
So I healed 18 and I get a +1 to all diseases and poisons.
Wonderful.
I will stride away.
What direction? Like,
Back towards outside.
okay.
Or I guess I go to the opposite side of the room.
Yeah, you just further into the room.
Yeah.
Yeah. The room's like 50 feet long,
Oh,
so to
yeah,
speak.
big
So you
enough.
got plenty of room to just
All
back
right.
up.
And so how close is the dog to him?
Like 10 feet away. Not super far.
Still within splash range. Okay.
You could angle it so you just hit the two of them. Not him.
Okay.
The go thing.
Yeah.
They are in enough. They're not all by each other that it could only hit.
I really wish I didn't burn all 3 of those fucking petals. But I will then pull Frost Vial out and I will throw it at the dog.
Okay.
That is 16 to hit.
Yes.
So its speed drops by 10. That is 12 cold damage to the dog and 4 cold damage to the goat thing.
Okay. You do see that it looks like the ice coats it in bits of pieces of the dog, almost like it immediately gets frostbitten, kind of fall out, and that little bit of magma stuff starts to pool out. It's definitely, one might say, has a weakness to cold
I was
damage.
kind of banking on that.
Yeah, the goat-headed demon little thing definitely doesn't. It still gets hurt by it. Doesn't look like it does anything extra.
Okay. And then
It also is bloodied,
Alright,
the dog.
Did that affect the fire?
Yes, you would put out all of the fire that was in that burst. Yes. It was a 20-foot burst. You put out about half of it. But yeah.
All right. That's everything.
Didn't you just move and throw a bomb?
Drink. I drank the elixir.
Oh, yes. You're correct.
I am no longer bloodied.
Apologies. Okay. Then it is that dog and it seeing you having thrown. My goodness. I think, well, actually, it can't get to you. So it will, because its movement is even lower now. So it will
Well,
just.
actually, do those stack?
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. If they're the same kind of bonus or penalty, they do not.
Damn it, Aaron.
I would prefer if they didn't
Yeah,
stack. and
that's
they
true.
stayed
I
stacked.
don't think it stacks.
Okay. In that case, it does stride to you. And it tries to trip you. What is your reflex DC?
Did you roll a 5?
7.
I did roll 5.
Okay.
Or I beat a 5.
My my bonus
10
is
plus
7,
your bonus.
so
17. It gets a unnatural 20 to trip you.
Oh,
So you
fuck.
fall prone. It grabs your leg and knocks you down, and then tries to bite you. You are now flat-footed.
Did you roll
That's
5? Did you roll 5?
I did not, so it misses. Again, it seems super hesitant about this mist.
I love this elixir.
And then we go to Renastiere. In a line right on the side of the building, there is you,
I know.
an almost
Oh,
dead dog, Fosco, a less dead dog.
Come on, just Michael Vick this
I
shit.
want to kill this dog.
Okay.
Please let me get a kill. 21?
You kill it. Has 1 health.
Okay. So
So how do you...
I'm a little too in the moment since
Yeah.
I have the prophets
Yeah.
whip out, and I just sort of scream a little bit. Your death is bathed in a pound of flesh, and I whip the blades around its neck and just yank, and the
Yeah.
head goes spinning off.
Yes. And a bunch of, like I said, magma almost starts to, like, pull out. It doesn't start anything on fire.
Right onto
Just for
Vasco.
visual. Yeah. Ah, you kill Vasco.
I whipped Vasco.
Yeah, you did that to Vasco.
It's really dark. I'm sorry.
Your death
So that's
is
one
bathed.
action.
He was on all fours, so.
It is worth noting the fires on your sides are spreading every turn. They're not
I
super
could
big
Dive
yet.
on it and roll around.
I'm just saying. I'm just letting
Get
you
your
know 'cause
fire blanket
you were
out.
the only one
Whip
that could
it.
see that.
I'm gonna raise my shield. I'm
Okay.
gonna try to trip the other dog.
Okay. Yeah.
So what penalty? How would that penalty work if I'm rolling athletics?
Same as normal. So -5.
-5. Okay, so that's +6. Nat 20.
We're going to roll a d6 for bludgeoning damage. And it falls prone. Wow. Sure hope you guys don't
Every
have a
time.
harder
1.
fight.
No one in the party was there to
One
see it.
damage.
It didn't happen.
1 damage.
Yes.
Yeah. Vasco's going to be like, yeah, I killed all of them. You guys going to be like, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that
As
makes
I'm
sense.
covered in magma.
yeah.
I have no reference for this, but I believe it.
Yeah. You.
I wrap the whip around my own neck and yank.
Okay. Vasco then goes. He quickly, he nat 20 seeks, and he notices, he looks to you and he says, he looks to the building, about 20 feet away from the building, when close to where the fields of grapes start, there is a well with a bucket that you could probably get water from.
Oh, well.
He points it out to you, not in the mechanic that he spends in action, but he says, might want to start on this. He points to the building.
How fast does he move?
Vasco?
Mm-hmm.
Not super fast. Probably around the same speed you do, especially because you're not in your armor that makes you lose 20 feet.
Well, it's not 20. Well, I run at 20 feet. I don't lose 20 feet.
Well, yeah, you
Yeah.
move it. I'm saying you move it.
5
You're
miles.
not wearing it though, so you move it 25.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
You would exchange a glance. Would you like to tell him with a look that he should go do that, or you should do that?
Yeah, I'd tell him.
Okay. He strides over to it. Action, pulls up a bucket of water. Those are his 3 actions. Seek to find water. Went to it. Pulled it up. Diego.
Can you cast a healing spell on yourself?
Yeah, absolutely.
No, I can't.
I can.
Yes. What? Unless the spell specifies other people, you absolutely can.
Dog, is that phosphorus?
Peter.
Oh, yeah. Peter.
Yeah.
Should I leave the goat man alone? I can't decide.
They were both bloodied, for the record.
So, okay. So what I'm going to do...
He did just light the whole
says,
room on fire.
It just says target one willing creature.
Yeah, you can tell yourself.
That'd be myself. Can I step? Because can I step out of the smoke?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So I'm going to step out of the smoke and cast Soothe on myself.
Is that what just your spell slots?
Yes.
Yeah, perfect.
It is not
Yeah,
a-
what does that look like?
not to
I think this is the first time
scroll.
you've actually just like, other than warp step, cast magic from you.
I think I just take a real deep breath in now that I'm not in the smoke,
Yeah.
and my eyes just kind of light up a little bit, and I go, "Oh."
God damn it. Yeah.
I was soothing my mind.
It
you
is
know?
worth noting, Soothe, a spell that is only on the occult list, is the main healing spell. It's worse than heal and harm, but it affects anyone. It does not have the positive or the negative trait, which is nice.
Oh,
I mean,
heal me.
he'll never match Eamon on like output of healing.
But he can heal me.
handsomeness.
Yeah, well,
Likability.
Eamon can heal you too.
The
just
amount
not-
of
But he
girlfriends
can
you
heal
have.
you don't know.
There's a lot. There's a lot of ways I won't measure up. to
Everyone in the party can heal me now.
Okay, and so
Even yourself?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
how can I cast that at a higher level?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so. I just wanted to make sure.
How Pathfinder works is that you can't just auto heighten spells. You would have had to use the second level spell that you would have known would have also had to have been Soothe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. I was just testing you and your knowledge.
Okay. For sure, my guy.
Get the good roll. Middle. Okay, so I heal 9. And that's my turn.
Oh, because you stepped out, did that? Yep. Absolutely. Eamon, it is your turn. Just got outside the window.
I whip my staff, conjure up a shitload of water,
Mhm.
and do hydraulic push at 4th level at the flames.
Yeah, no roll. You just get rid of it.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So it's just this spinning vortex of water in front of my staff. I just push it, and it's just this tunnel of water.
Yeah, and you just like do a quick like swirl with it, and
I
it
pull
covers
down my
the
fire
hole.
hat and just
Yeah,
like my
it's just
fireman's
like a
helmet.
hose.
You're
Yeah.
shirtless.
You plug it into the fire hydrant. That's
Stick it
right
into the
there.
well.
Nice. Yeah, and it completely puts out all of the fire on this wall side of the building. That's 2 actions.
What else do I see?
I mean, the door is open. There is clearly fighting going on into the main dining hall.
You hear Diego moan.
Yeah. Yeah.
You hear
Other than that, you see
you
smoke
hear
coming
Peter
from the
scream.
other side of the building as well. You'd also see a bit of smoke starting to come out the door as if there's a small fire inside the dining area.
Any creatures outside at all that I can see?
No, there are
Okay.
not.
I will try to zoom over to the outside, the other side.
Okay, yeah. One action stride to start doing that.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that would be, I don't know, 30-something feet closer.
Word.
Any ping on status at all once I leave? I guess I could still probably see into the room because I was standing right by the window. So
Yeah,
I, could
I mean,
see if they're okay. or
yeah,
not.
by the time you run, you might not be by it. She all still put. Doesn't
Okay.
seem like anything's going on. No danger in there. Dog by you guys, Renastiere and Vasco.
Bark,
It
bark.
will stride up to you.
It's on the ground, my friend.
It stands up.
I opportunity attack.
You do.
Nope. No, I don't. I do not.
Okay.
It's
It
against
stands
his
up.
religion.
It strides up to you.
Okay.
It tries to bite you.
Okay.
Here come the bad rolls. 13.
Nope.
Okay. Yeah, you fended away with the shield, as you always tend to do. We are back up at the top to this goat-headed thing that will.
I was gonna shield block if it hit.
I think we could talk this out, honestly.
If I would have known, like, in game that you guys were pretty bloodied, I would have come in. But it was a smaller fire.
No, I know.
Yeah, if anything, you're like, they're good. Diego's moaning.
He's like, my girlfriend.
Yes,
You
the
son of a
enemies are dead.
He.
That's why
No!
you check status.
Yeah.
Pleasured.
Is she pleasure? No! He's pleasuring the old dwarven female guard.
It
I like
steps
them
up to
old.
you. I mean, it could stride or step.
Not now. I'm having a
Only 5 feet
moment.
away. And it. You said it to it.
Yes. Agreed.
Right.
Honestly,
Well,
couldn't
fuck.
agree more.
13 to hit.
That does not hit.
All right.
You buffoon.
Swings and you miss it. Well, it misses you. You miss it. Oh, and there's a natural 20
Fuck.
for the second attack.
Will you stop critting?
Yeah.
That's like the fourth crit between the two of us.
Yeah. It's you two. I don't know what it is.
I also crit though.
That's cool.
Don't take this away from me.
You
Super
crit more
happy
now
for you.
than
In
you
my
ever
entire
have.
life.
And none of us were there to
We
see
just
it.
needed
None of us
you to
know
be
it.
here while you did it.
I
You
didn't
take
know. Also, Fosco just ran out a
34
door.
damage.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I rolled very high.
How you feeling there, bud?
I have 1 health left.
Yeah. So
Holy fuck.
you expertly.
I didn't heal last turn. I would have been
You
down.
God damn it. You expertly move out of the way of the second one, and as you turn around to like flourish, it just runs its sword through your gut and pulls it out, and it's like,
You do realize I need my stomach.
I'm not like you, full of magma. He's not in the smoke anymore, right?
no. Peter.
My turn?
Yes.
It's an action of give someone a potion, correct?
What does that mean? What do you mean?
If I just shove a potion down his throat.
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
I stride over. I shove
Okay.
one potion down his throat.
Okay.
Before he has a chance to
Do
breathe,
you-
I shove a second one down his throat.
Do you receive these potions?
Oh, yeah. I received them a little too well.
Okay.
Yeah, he just
Yeah, this throw's way too trained for this.
he actually just puts the bottle
Okay,
in his
yes.
glass.
How is he getting it? How are you?
I jump and just
Just dunk it.
You just put it in his jaw and then pull his jaw and head.
Yes, feed me more,
You
rat.
just shower it over his head. He's like, oh.
I do love being
Diego's still
hand-fed.
moaning in there. They're probably fine.
30 hit points. And get ready for this. You get a +1 to all poisons and diseases.
Good, because I do think I might get something from the giant hole in my stomach.
Yeah,
And
you
now
kind of parasite.
My elixirs will
yeah.
do
The
fine.
reason that goat's blood was boiling is it has Hep C. So, Jesse,
He's going to get drop foot.
Already had it.
Yeah,
Joke's on
so
you.
Don't worry, I got a vaccine for that.
He runs over, dunks those down your throat, and then
come on, insulin.
the dog runs after him.
Did you roll 5?
He rolled 10. And then a 5. 15 to hit. Nope. Does not hit.
Would you let that dog go? Why is he still following you?
Another miss. Another miss.
Because he can't hit me.
It's snapping at you in between dunks of elixir. And then it is Renastiere's turn. Just one dog, flaming dog left in front of you. It has taken 1 damage so far from you.
Dunk him in the well.
Oh, one attack.
No, literally 1 damage from you when you tripped
Oh
it.
yeah. Oh yeah.
It doesn't look like it's the only damage it's taken. Vasco was fighting
Okay.
with it, but
word. I'm gonna trip him.
okay. It is right up on you. It did move right up to you. Not like it matters.
Ray
but yeah.
shield,
Trip.
trip,
Okay.
19,
Yep.
and then I'll attack.
Wrap around the legs. Pull. Plop. It goes.
14.
That hits.
Oh
It
yeah,
hits.
because flat-footed.
Yep.
Yay!
Yep. Yeah, because the whole reason
in
you tripped.
character.
This is what Renastiere says every time he hits. Is yay!
Yeah.
He goes back to his halfling accent he had when he was a kid.
I just use. It's not even an accent. I just go high pitch. That's how my parents spoke. 12 slashing damage.
As it scrambles to try to start to get up to his feet, you hook the claws in and rip along its side, and the magma begins to come out. Vasco strides to the wall, with the bucket, to the building, gets about half of the closer.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say he like tripped.
No.
Oh no!
Of the, it's just, a bucket can't really, at this
Right,
point, they're
right.
like 20-foot splotches of fire, so it's like not super easy to just
vaporizes midair.
Yeah. So it, and then I don't know why I rolled. He just strides back. And then it is Diego's turn.
Okay.
It's pretty much just like an absolute.
Look, here's the deal. I'm going to figure out your weakness.
Why didn't you do this earlier?
I already did.
Oh.
Figuring it out better
Again.
this time. It's a 30.
A 30.
Yep.
It's a crit success. So I assume this is the little goat boy, not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Weaknesses to cold iron and alignment damage. As I said before, we kind of just determine if you do alignment damage, if it would count or not. Some of these things have been doing alignment damage that I have not been counting for some of you, but have been counting for others, because there are.
Morally ambiguous.
Yeah, some of you are not. It's less about
My sins
being
protect me.
good or bad, but some of these when I know something has alignment damage, I do research into like what they are, if they're a creature. And some of you, like for say, it's definitely not doing it to phosphorus because phosphorus also loves setting things on fire.
A fellow arsonist.
Yes.
We're not so different, you and I.
Yeah.
Phosphorus invited them here.
It is immune to fire, weakness 5 to cold iron, weakness 5 to alignment damage. That would be opposite from it.
I know what you're afraid of. Commitment. And I stab.
Okay.
It blushes.
It is so dumbfounded by you. It doesn't know what you're saying. But
Actually,
you say
what
it with
I
just
do,
Is your sword
I do
in
use
commitment?
I do use my mirror again.
Okay. Put it on the other side of it. Okay. For sure.
And I guess that's in the smoke.
This is getting out of hand. Now
At
there's
this
two of them.
point, with all of the bombs and the fireball, the smoke will have dissipated.
Awesome.
Also.
So yeah, I'll go to the other side of him.
Yep.
And
So
I'll
it's flat-footed.
attack.
With all the fire, the
that
smoke
side.
went away.
Again, I would. It's his magical smoke. Okay,
I
guys.
know. I was just like, if anything.
Yeah. What?
Is a 15 hit?
It sure does.
20 damage.
I mean, you run it through right in the stomach. Reflex saving throw.
Does it feel good? Does it?
I like how John was actually holding his stomach.
Yes.
While he's doing this.
I got it's in character, you know?
He had an Audi, now he has an
actually
innie.
poked himself with his 3-ring.
What'd you
binder.
get?
Yes. 21.
Okay, you pass. Don't crit succeed, so just half damage.
It's not
again.
a mental save, is it?
No, it is not will. 4 already have 4 fire damage. Would you like to explode?
It's 4 damage. I'll blow up. That's fine.
Okay, which one? Closer to the door, further from the door.
I'll be further from the door now
Okay.
because phosphorus is
You
on
are
the other
further from
side.
the door? Yeah,
Mhm.
perfect. So you just deal straight up 4 damage as again one of the one that was you but now isn't shatters in the shards sticking to him. It is not dead. End of your turn.
That's it.
Amen.
I would just like to stride,
Get to the other side.
just so I can, just to get, for example, if it's like
Yes.
fire's
yeah.
here, I'm here. I just want to get around the corner to see
So
it.
see it. Yeah. 2
I don't
strides.
care how far away it is.
2 strides, you could do that.
Okay. And then 2 strides sucks.
Yeah. You are going.
I can do nothing to this fire
We're in the building.
where I am.
So get closer.
right now. No, I have spells with 120 feet. There's no point. I'll just seek to see if I see any creatures on the side, any of my friends, anything at all.
Okay. Yeah. Roll a perception check.
19 for a 25.
19 for 25. Yeah. I mean, the Vasco's running back and forth with water. Status seems fine on the elderly dwarf. Renastiere seems okay. It's a little weird to see him fighting not in his armor. But other than that, nothing seems
Don't look
too
at
out
me.
of place.
He's lost weight.
But look.
I will say you just pick up on the dog that's on the ground, this dog that's on fire. Its side has been ripped open. You almost catch like there's like a flash of fire for a second, as if something inside of it is about to like not explode, but like it looks like it's getting ready to like exhale a large amount of fire.
Is it an action to let people know that?
No, you can just yell that out.
Is Renastiere closest?
Yeah, right.
to
It's
it?
right. It's just right in front of it.
It's about to breathe fire. Close the mouth. Just King Kong it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
no.
Yeah.
That's the opposite of
Yeah.
Fortunately, it goes
Just
before
take
me.
the blast to
Yeah,
yourself.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, I'll burn now. Don't worry though, no smoke will get me.
Can you glimpse of redemption the house?
It exhales this cone of fire at you. However, I will give you a +1 circumstance
Renastiere.
because yes, Renastiere, thank you. Because Eamon warned you about it. So reflex saving throw.
Unnatural 20.
Okay. You pass.
Half damage, I'm assuming.
Yes. Wow.
Yes,
Rolled
yes.
horribly. 4 fire damage.
Ah! I burn into a pile of ashes.
As it just like barely singes you, then it will stand up. Your opportunity attacking?
Yeah.
Okay.
I keep fucking up the numbers on my sheet. Sorry.
Yeah, the halfling came out again.
Yeah.
My parents are just whiny assholes.
yeah.
Why is the bread burned?
Used 1 cup of flour.
You find out you just died because
I hated my
you
parents.
hated your parents so much. They killed you with
23
their
hit.
lines.
Yes, that hits.
That is 11 slashing.
Okay, yeah. You rip into it again as it stands up, and then it goes to bite you with a 21 to hit.
That hits.
You take 20 damage.
Yeah, I regret not using my shield. Well, I'm still fine.
Are you bloodied?
No.
You still have more health
biting
than
into
my
armor.
max.
Shield.
It's almost like it's alignment damage is
No.
doing more to you.
I like fire
Whoa.
too. I'm a big fire guy.
I don't know.
Love fire.
Then
Smoke bad.
The
Well, fire
big,
is smoke.
well, not the big, the small goat boy, and it will try to feint first. It tries to act like it's gonna swing. What's your perception DC?
I'm very bloodied. Perception DC is 16.
Okay, got a 23, so you're flat-footed to this attack. Just this attack, though.
Don't I have something for feints?
You have a
Smelling
talisman that, if affixed to your weapon, makes
It's a
you
talisman.
better at feints. Yeah, or I guess whoever it's affixed to. Well, great news, 16 to hit.
That does not hit.
Hey, at
It
least
does
it's
hit,
flat-footed.
because I'm flat-footed.
At least
yes.
it's not a crit.
Never
That's
mind.
true.
You take 19 damage,
Jesus.
You still up?
Yup.
Good.
and then it swings again.
I would love it if you would stop.
So 17 to hit.
That's my AC. All right.
Oh yeah, because you're no longer flat-footed. 18 damage.
I'm down.
Okay. Wounded one. I'm sorry, I'm just rolling so incredible with this.
Dude,
motherfucker.
it's great. I just introduced a new character that also goes down in all of the battles. It's cool.
Eamon's just as squishy. He just stays farther away.
So yeah.
I didn't have a choice in the matter today.
I know.
Yeah, it just
You're in a
runs you
confined
through,
space.
and you hear Diego fall as it stands over you. You don't really see this because you're like bleeding out a little bit unconscious ground. But it's like, Peter.
I will run towards Diego.
Yeah,
We'll run away.
I will
I will retreat. Renastiere.
I will give him a single elixir,
Okay.
20 hit points.
Word. So
And-
before
You get a +1 to poison and diseases.
before your head hits the ground, Peter runs over and just puts an elixir right where your head falls, and your mouth just goes on it.
What?
No.
Liquid would still be at the bottom.
Yeah, that doesn't make any
No,
sense.
no. I run over. I put a Mento in, so it sits down. So he hits it. The elixir goes in.
I was thinking
It's
more
like this whole fucking process. I just bleed out when you're trying to do
I was
this.
thinking he's more like a guardian rat where he like catches your head and is like, "No, my child."
He's far too
My sweet prince.
small to catch
No.
Diego.
His
Just
hands
his head.
pinned
No,
to the
he
ground.
definitely let my head
Oh,
hit the ground.
absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
It's a lot
That's fair.
easier to get it
Put
in
a
once it's
brick
already on the
underneath
ground.
it.
Yeah, that's
when
fair.
his
Right.
mouth's open because of that
and then
brain trauma.
I will make my last one. I'll make a frost bomb again.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll throw it at the dog. And is he in like the rest of the fire area?
Yeah. If you Splash will put out the rest of the fire in here. Yep,
25? Yeah, 25.
that hits.
Okay. 12 cold damage. And if it'll hit the goat dude, that'll also be 4.
Yeah, actually it would. Yes, you could hit just the two of them.
Is the dog dead?
No, neither of them are dead.
Fuck.
But as it's like standing over it, and you run over and pour the elixir in its mouth, then you chuck the bomb, and the cold hits the back of this goat demon thing. It like wobbles, and it's barely standing on its feet. All of the like victory of the battle has fallen. Yes, it's at 1 health. Dog's turn. We'll run over.
Oh, wait. That's based off my intelligence, isn't it?
Oh yeah, you're supposed to add a D4.
Yeah. So,
What?
no, it's
Oh, it should be
intelligence.
5 now.
Yeah, it's 5. I should have been doing 5 extra
You
damage
kill
every
it.
time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you kill it. As it's gloating over Diego's unconscious body, the back end of the frost.
I'm not
just hits it.
unconscious anymore, you fool.
Yeah, and then it falls.
Diego
dead.
yells at God.
Now it looks like with that. Well, we'll just have that kill the hound as well because it has 2 health.
Fair enough. I'll take it.
So yeah, that one bomb kills them
Phosphorus'
both.
body count is off the charts.
And you
blood
see
on his
both of
hand.
these creatures go very quickly as they start to lose consciousness. They very quickly like go, not in anything that sets anything on fire or deals any damage, combust, and they just turn into ash and disappear. The final words of Renastiere.
Okay, from what I know about otherworldly things, especially things from hell, positive damage would probably affect them.
No.
Why? It came from my god. Alignment.
Huh?
Positive wouldn't hurt something
No.
from hell.
So positive and negative energy damage are... positive energy is what gives everything except undead life. Negative energy is the antithesis to life. The only things that really benefit or take are affected by positive energy are undead because they are tied to negative energy. Everything else, good or bad, positive and negative energy have nothing to do with alignment.
Gotcha.
All they have to do with is if it is alive or if it is dead. And undead are attuned to negative energy because they are somehow existing without it. So it would take damage from negative energy.
I'm gonna grab its face.
Okay, you grab its face.
And yeah, I'll do
Touch of corruption.
of corruption.
Completely different person.
Hey, it's me, Renastiere.
That's his dad's
Man,
voice.
Russian accents sound weird.
It does succeed.
Okay, so half damage.
Yes. So 4d6 halved.
46 half, that's 23.
Math. Shut up.
I was actually about to say 22. I feel stupid.
46. 46. Yeah, 'cause 40. Okay, so 11 halved.
11 halved.
Yeah.
We round up.
Yeah.
So 6 damage.
Yep.
It has 6 health.
Hey!
How do
So
you want
just
to kill it?
punch my hand
Yeah.
into his mouth.
Yeah, and the corruption.
And then it just like out
yeah,
of his eye socket.
Yeah, spreads and the head kind of just dissipates out. I didn't say this before. The body that you killed also, the one
Dissipates.
before, yeah, both of these just quickly combust into ash. There's just rough scorch marks of where they were.
That's 2. I found it out. It's anything that's fire or ash related that I can kill.
Yeah,
This is undead,
that's true.
and that one.
Yeah, technically you have 2 actions.
I guess are we out of initiative?
No, because the building is still on fire.
I'll just run over to. I wouldn't really drop my weapons, but it is kind of a pain in the ass to store. Or is it? Yeah, it would be an action to stow them, right? Okay, so I'll just stow. I'll have a free hand, so I'll stow my chain
Okay, yeah,
and then
Move
make
over.
my way over.
for sure. Vasco pulls up a bucket, runs over, fully gets rid of one of the 2, the closer bit of on fire building, and then there's just the one left. Technically, it's Diego's turn before this, but there's no fire near you guys. So I will
Didn't
just
the room
ask-
light on fire when he did the ball?
They
thing?
have now gotten rid of it because Phosphorus have been throwing bombs of ice that have been putting
Nice.
it out. Are you doing anything? What would you be doing to put out the fire, Eamon?
Ray of Frost.
Okay. Yes. I will not have you roll. We'll just go at initiative and you just take care of that last bit.
Okay.
The last
So just-
batch, yeah.
From far away, just this cold
Yeah.
burst of snow and ice.
Yes, and it covers. I mean, it clings to the building and it puts out the fire. There's a bit of ice sticking to the building. That what's left over from
Merry
that?
Christmas.
I'm just going to set 3 elixirs out in front of you.
Hello, Jack here in post with another after battle healing summary. Peter gives Diego a handful of elixirs, which he takes. They get him out of the danger zone, but he's not quite at 100%. Renastiere does some quick healing on himself with his divine magic, and Eamon, who sustained no injuries during the fight, quickly rushes back to the room that holds all the workers, 3 guards, and Marcy. Yeah, you run into the room, Eamon. They're all in there. The guards are on guard. Well, I guess it'd be locked, so you knock.
I would knock, just
You hear him. Who is it?
it's Eamon.
Okay, yeah. She opens up the door. They're all in there. All of the workers appear to have gathered in a corner so that they can be, if something gets in, defended. Marcy has a she was not wearing it on her, but she has a rapier drawn now.
That's hot.
Yeah, she takes fencing lessons. So sexy.
I take the rapier, it's mine now.
I love a woman who could kill me.
No, I just like the sword.
Diego and Peter, what are you up to in the dining room?
I end my life. No. All right.
Is it a healing scroll?
Yes, I used a healing scroll. I will say, I just so you know what it looks like when I just healed myself. I do take a piece of paper, I look at you, and I just swallow the paper whole.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
It just
It just says healing on it.
Wonderful.
and then it just like
There's like a glow in your
yeah, there's
chest.
just like a little bit of a glow as it goes down my throat.
Fucking magic.
That's an elixir. You just like hardened it into paper.
Exactly.
That was not an elixir.
You don't know.
I
You can't
absolutely
prove
do know.
it.
I can.
Check my stool.
Okay. How about I open your stomach up?
It's already open.
It's like
Take
Jurassic.
a, take a
Let me
look
take a
before
look.
it heals.
We just
Yeah.
closed it.
It's like Jurassic Park. He's just like rifling through your shit looking for paper.
Where are you going, Renastiere? You're going back inside, you
yeah,
said, but I
after
don't know.
the fire's out. Yeah.
Are you going to
Just
Peter
check on everyone.
and...
Yeah, back in the room.
Okay.
What
yeah.
the hell happened in here?
Oh, Renastiere. My God, you missed a lot.
Well, I killed a couple of dogs out back.
We fought a goat man.
I didn't see one of those.
Yes.
Any dogs up here?
One.
One.
okay.
And then the goat that was afraid of commitment.
When I went in the building, did it look like Phosphorus's trap had gone off at all at the entrances?
The
Or
one...
the entrance?
The,
Just because my next step would be to like look for invisible shit.
the one in the dining hall had been triggered, but you guys saw the goat man had half a face glitter. The other one
And I think there's enough
at
area
the
damage
storage
going around.
area was not. Vasco and Renastiere stepped over it. I assume you and Renastiere and Vasco would have also stepped over it coming in because you know it's there.
Yep.
No roll or anything. Yeah. Well, so you're in there. The Marcy walks up to you. She says, "Everything okay? Good?"
I believe so.
Everything's great. As there's just like burnt ashes
yeah.
on the wall.
Renastiere walks by, just says
The
that. As he
building-
gets to the dining area.
The building's secure as far as we know
Okay.
for now.
We good.
We should definitely close the windows now and try to hold out till morning.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good.
Thank you for being ready to protect these people.
Yeah. I mean, I could say the same thing to you.
Just doing whatever we can.
Yeah.
Does she seem... Can I roll something to see how she
Yeah.
seems?
Roll perception with a +4 circumstance bonus.
Yeesh, that's a 2. Boyfriend, let's go. So what? Plus four?
circumstance
What's wrong, babe?
12.
I mean, it definitely looks like something's
You
bothering
seem-
her,
You
but
seem pretty fine.
it's a little hard to tell. I mean, she did just get woken up in the middle of the night and the building was set on fire. So it's like, who knows?
Did you see me? We can talk more about anything you want to talk about.
When we get back to the city.
Just know that I'm happy to talk to you about anything.
Okay.
Yeah, I would ask the guards if they saw or heard anything different. Than
They did
what
not.
happened.
No.
Okay, then I would head back out into the main living space.
Okay.
Is
Vasco's
Vasco
there as
back now?
Yeah. Fosco's in there as well.
What time? How is it? Like 4 hours into the night? Or
No, it's like early morning, like 2 or 3 a.m. So it's still, you guys would still be watching and
With the
sleeping.
time of year, what time does the sun rise normally?
Around 8 or 9.
Okay. As I walk back to, is everyone else already gathered?
Yeah. Vasco would get back through. He would come through the dining room.
There's no
Area.
door anymore, so.
Yeah. Oh yeah, forgot about that. But he says did a perimeter, didn't say anything.
Lovely.
If we're going to be going after this thing tomorrow, we should somehow find a way to get some rest. We don't want to go into this fight.
Yeah. Anybody know what those were?
A dog and a goat person.
I have a suspicion.
A goat person. He says.
Yeah, we fought like this goat, small thing with a sword. That's why there's
Okay.
no doors.
I mean, no
It had
offense.
2 swords, right?
I had one.
Oh.
I mean, no offense by this. Small for you or small for
My
us?
size.
Okay.
And offense
Yeah.
taken.
Yep.
Phosphorus cocks back the pistol.
Anyone else can roll religion if they want to see if they know anything about these things.
Okay.
The face
I will do that.
Doesn't look too good.
Before Diego's like, 33.
I will not do that. I rolled in that one. Fucking goats, man.
11.
25.
There it is.
Okay.
Thank God.
Just as you're about to pipe up, Renastiere, that you think these weren't fiends with a nat one.
I don't believe.
yeah.
They just really like the fire.
Yeah.
Something else lit them on fire.
Diego said that the dogs are probably hellhounds.
Mm-hmm.
They're very often used in stories when you need just like a very basic but visual-wise very striking, dumb creature to use that isn't just like a normal thing. Essentially, as they sound, they're hounds from hell. They're eternally burning, and they are essentially dogs to the residents of hell, as any dog would be to residents of the mortal plane. They do what they tell them to do. They follow them. Probably, they understand whatever language the devil, demon, or daemon speaks that controls them. The smaller goat thing was probably Brimorak, or a fire demon. They're most commonly referred to. They are often portrayed in history and in folklore and culture. The party has managed to fend off a late-night ambush, with no casualties or buildings going up in flames, though the implications of a full-on attack are worrying. Does the barguest know the party is here? Were these fiends even sent by the barguest? Will there be another attack? All of this and more, next time on Dying 5.
If you enjoyed today's episode, consider leaving us a review on whatever platform you listen on. We'd love to hear your feedback. And if anyone in your life just can't get enough tabletop RPG action, send them our way. If tabletops have taught me anything, it's that good stories become great ones when you have some folks to share them with. And as always, thanks for listening.